Welcome everyone to Skyline Football and the Skyline Spartans live stream courtesy of the Skyline Spartan QB Club. Skyline Football is visiting the very tough, undefeated Bellevue Wolverines in another conference matchup. I'm Kyle Enns with Jim Holman here in the Spartan booth. Spartans are coming off a 2-game losing streak after winning their first 3 in a row. Last week's loss to Eastlake was just an old-fashioned drubbing where nothing really seemed to go right for the Spartans. Eastlake didn't play badly, but they didn't play well enough to really throttle the Spartans as well as they did. This coming off the heels of a tough overtime loss at home as well. So, Jim, how about you?
Thanks, Kyle. It is another beautiful evening here in Western Washington. I hope you guys had a chance last night or early this morning to look up at the stars for the northern lights. It looks like there's a bit of a cloud cover tonight, so we'll have to miss out, unfortunately there. But it does look like it's going to be a tough matchup tonight, taking on the Bellevue Wolverines. They're undefeated on the season. They're currently ranked number 1 in the state, and they have an average margin of victory of 26 points per game.
Yep. And so let's move to this week's keys. Thank you, Jim, and glad you could make it again this week. It's always fun having you in the booth.
Always a pleasure.
So keys to the game tonight. Come in confident. The Spartans have a lot to be proud of this season. Coach Pallure focused on fundamentals this week and encouraged the players to have fun. Number 2 key to the game is the run needs to be reestablished. Skyline, Josh Minold only ran for 50 yards last week. Not that that's bad, but it's certainly for Josh he's more than 50 yards per game. Personally, I feel like Josh is spending too much time as a linebacker and probably should focus a little bit more on running. He's a great linebacker, but I hate to see him. That would be a substitute for him on the offensive side of the ball. Defense, deep coverage has really been stellar all season. So my key to the game number 3 is continue to pressure the QB, fill the gaps on the edges, continue to adjust to the slants and quick outs, which has been kind of the bane of Skyline this whole season, is those passes to the sidelines. Bellevue coming into this game has outscored their opponents 104-10 in 3 of their last 4 games, and 135 points overall in their last four games. So
is that all? Slackers.
So we know their defense is good. We know their offense is good, and so Skyline does have their work cut out for them tonight. And finally, passing. Passing game was non-existent last week, as we kind of saw last week. The Spartans will need some accuracy and big plays from Perello and the receiving core of Cam Weir, Luke Morgan, and Siler Jones.
Kyle, you highlighted last week, or really before the first game of the season, that the line of scrimmage was going to be a major factor here on both sides of the ball, and that is turning out to be a fact for us. And the Bellevue program, they're a very run-heavy program. A lot of times they go with 3 running backs, and that initial point of contact is going to be really crucial for the Spartan defense this week.
So we're going to pause just a moment for the national anthem, and we'll be right back. Nice rendition by the Bellevue band across the way in the home stands tonight.
I thought we were listening to a recording at first, Kyle. That was a good job by the Bellevue band.
That really was. And it was classy, too, as the Skyline team runs out on the field, where the timer on the scoreboard kept the buzzer from ringing by shutting off the timer before the band finished. So that was a nice touch. As we get ready for kickoff, the QB Club supports Skyline Football, and that is the group that funds this live stream. It's a fine group of parents and community members who support these young men who play under the lights each Friday and make this live stream possible. The QB Club thanks you for watching. We encourage you to take part in the live chat during the game. Our only request is that you show kindness and compassion for others in the chat, players and coaches on the field.
And as always, shout out to DB Cooper in Medford.
Yep, and Mata in Mexico.
We've got Skyline fans all over the place.
Yep, Mom and Dad in Panama City, Florida.
We're happy to have you. Hopefully everyone's okay in Florida. All right, folks. Skyline is back to receive the kick. And Bellevue is going to kick off to us. That's kind of how that works. Deep to receive, you've got Luke Morgan, Cam Weir, and somebody else. Is it 15?
Yeah.
We'll say Jacob Johnson. It looks like a 15,
It does
but I'm
look like
getting
a
old. I
15.
don't know how my eyes are doing. And it's a little pooch kick fielded by Will Simon. Caught it about the 35, brings it up to the 40, and it's tackled, brought down by the Wolverines. And shout out to the Bellevue Wolverine program who provided us a copy of their roster about 10 minutes ago. They were nice enough to give us their whole roster in about size 4 font. So we'll do our best to call out their names and numbers. It is in numerical order, so...
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right, Mason Perello at the quarterback. Josh Minold, the running back. Handoff to Minold, who goes up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage and thrown down by number 76. Go ahead, Kyle.
Number 76.
Oh, on the starting lineup.
Oh, starting lineups for the Skyline offense. QB Mason Perillo, senior. Senior Josh Minold, number 22 running back. Cam Weir, also a senior, number 0 wide receiver. Senior number 5 Luke Morgan. Junior number 11 Siler Jones is also a wide out. Pupe Chisanga is junior, the wide receiver as well. So we'll stop for play and then get to the offensive line.
Second down and 9 for the Spartans. Good snap to Perello. Perello looks to pass, scrambles, throws it deep down the middle. He's got Cam Weir was the intended receiver. Nicely defended. Cam couldn't quite catch up to it.
And on the offensive line, we've got, it looks like Jack Johnson, Jack Moskovitz, Henry Mann, and of course the staple and center, Zane Cueva.
All right, third down and 9. In motion is Siler Jones. Perello takes the snap, looks, dumps it off to Minold, who runs. He's got some room. He's past the 50, 45, tackled and brought down on the Bellevue 47, 48-yard line. Nice quick little dump-off screen pass by Perello to pick up the first down, and good run after catch.
That was a great play and something Skyline did not have success with at all last week, as Eastlake always had their hands in the air, and they tipped a lot of balls away.
Right guard we missed on the offensive line. That is number 72, junior Caleb McBride. All right, this time handoff to Luke Morgan. There's a flag down. That'll probably be a false start, unless the ref's trying to adjust his belt. He was grabbing at his waist.
And we don't have a shot clock.
Thank you. No shot clock today.
No shot clock today. So
I like that they give us 1 extra second in football for the shot clock.
So I think the play clock starts at 40 seconds at the down whistle, and then it's 25 seconds after a timeout or some other official timeout.
So it's 5-yard penalty for cheating against Bellevue. Perella takes a snap. Fake. Oh, he does hand it off to Manold. Manold runs right. He's got a little bit of room. Runs into a pile of guys. Brought down by number 13, who's in the very fine print. Brody or Brady, can't really tell.
Brody
Travis.
Yep.
So, good tackle, Brody or Brady, one or the other. We might have to just go with numbers for the Bellevue
I've
team.
got Brody.
All right, I'm going to take your word for it. All right, so now it's 2nd and 2 for the Spartans. Perella goes up and whispers something to Zane at center. I think he said, when I clap my hands, snap the ball. And it worked out beautifully. Perfect snap, handoff to Manold, who runs up the middle and picks up the first down.
Nice run for Manold. It's nice to see Skyline with getting started with a ground game. It's going to be key tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, so at receiver on the left side of the field, you've got Luke Morgan. He's on the near side from our camera. On the right side, you've got a trips formation with Jones in motion and Bupe and Cam on the far right. Jones is now in slot on the left. Low snap. Perella looks for Jones. It's swatted at the line of scrimmage. No luck. That is a tall defensive lineman.
Yep, Dimitri Manning is a senior, and they don't have any stats on how big he is, but he probably tips a scale at close to 300. I mean, that guy's big.
I wouldn't have guessed his name would be Dimitri. You don't see a lot of Dimitris today.
That's true.
So pitch to Manold. He runs left. He's got a little bit of room. Passes line. Oh, he bounces off one tackler and is brought down from behind by number 10. I'm going to have to start bringing glasses, Kyle.
He bounced off A.J. Morton and kept going for another 5 yards.
And if you're a fan of Schoolhouse Rocks, A.J. Morton was the subject of my sentence and what the predicate says he does. He's actually Mr. Morton from Schoolhouse Rocks, but we'll give a credit to A.J.'s dad, Mr. Morton, helping us with our English grammar. All right, so another first down for Skyline. Hunter Hickson goes in motion, slides across the line. He's going to be a lead blocker for Manold. Manold takes it and runs right. He does. He bounces off of one tackler and steps out of bounds. Good shifty footwork by Manold. That's a couple of times now where he's been hitting the legs and just keeps on going.
Yeah, I love to see Manold getting the ball. The offensive line is really doing some nice work up front to get him some room, too.
Absolutely. Good blocking on the right side that time by Hank Mann and by Hunter, who came across the formation there at tight end. All right, folks, Perello's getting people where he wants them lined up. Hickson is at tight end on the left side this time. Quick pass over to Luke Morgan, who bounces off his hands and it'll fall incomplete.
Looks like they're staying off the side of our infamous celebrity tonight on the field. I don't think they've thrown anything or gone his direction so far this series.
That's number 1 on the defense for those of you who are watching from home. That's who you're talking about?
That's who I'm talking about. Now he actually moves in a little bit more as a linebacker, it looks like. But he's been sitting out on the wings. We're talking about descendant of Warren Moon.
All right, this time Perello's under threat. He throws it. It's caught by Cam Weir. Cam Weir jumped about 19 feet in the air, and he comes down with the ball, and it's going to be a first down for the Spartans.
Great catch
let's
by
celebrate
Cam.
that first down by thanking one of our sponsors, Christian Mainley.
Christian Mainley Orthodontics has been an honored community member since 1991, creating award-winning smiles for decades.
All right, and now here comes a first down and goal for the Spartans from the 5-yard line, knocking at the door. We've got 3 running backs in the formation, taking something out of Bellevue's playbook, it looks like. Let's see if it works. Snap is good. Hand off to Manold. Manold looks for the middle of the pile, and he pushes his way forward about a yard or two. Maybe 3 yards as a pickup. It looks like it's going to be second and goal from the 2. Nice push by Manold.
And good push also by, that's 23 on Skyline, who is Colin Champ is in as an offensive back.
Colin is a strong runner. It's nice to have him out on the field. He's had a lot of hard-fought games on the JV program, so it's nice to see him in varsity. This time it's a pitch to Manold on the left side. He's tackled for loss, brought back to that original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 5. Bupe and Siler Jones are checking into the game.
Hunter Hickson comes out.
So you've got Luke Morgan, Siler Jones on the left side of the formation, and Bupe and Cam Weir on the right side.
So can we call this a shotgun?
Yes. Perello takes a snap and runs right, looking, dumps it off, and just swatted down by the defensive back number 12, who I can't read his name. So that'll bring out the kicking team, it looks like.
Bryce Smith.
Nicely done. I'm glad you got glasses.
I do have glasses.
So Sean Lee looks to put some points on the board for Skyline.
Nice defensive stand by the Wolverines to keep Skyline out of the end zone.
I think they got lucky. That's a joke, you guys. They've done pretty good at that all season.
They have.
All right, so Skyline's offensive line gets ready to snap the ball. Holder, as always, is David Mata. Good snap, good kick, and
up and good.
All right, you guys, that field goal is brought to you by Western Tile.
Is known as a leader in the natural stone and commercial flooring industry with a goal of becoming the benchmark for excellence in specialty contracting.
And then also thank you to Weider. Weider is an active nutrition company. Their mission is to provide consumers with the best products that nutritional sciences have to offer for living a longer, stronger, and healthier life.
And Sammamish Little League gives you boys and girls age 5 through 18 years the opportunity to play baseball, softball, and t-ball in a positive, community-oriented environment where teamwork, sportsmanship, and opportunity are emphasized.
Great, and now after those 3 points, Sean Lee is going to get back to kick. And thanks to Chris Butler for joining us on the live stream. I don't know if I've seen Chris before in the chat, so welcome, Chris.
Nice to see Skyline get some points in the red zone, so I think that's a very positive thing for the offense and Skyline.
Absolutely. All right, back to receive. Couldn't tell you. It looks like Riken Moon and somebody else.
Yep.
The kick is going to be fielded by number 12. Right at the goal line, he brings it forward past the 20, 25. He's hit by Xander Gannier, brought down at the 27-yard line. So nice return.
Yeah, nice of Xander to stand right in the way and take that hit.
You know, some people would try to move around him, but not Bryce Smith. He tried to just truck Xander, and it didn't work out too good for him today.
Well, I find it interesting that the refs let their receiver catch the ball because he stepped in the end zone, and I didn't know that if that was acceptable or if they had to come out for.
Yeah, I thought that should have been a touchback as well, but we're in the Wild West. Anything goes today.
That's true.
All right. Moon goes in motion. It's a handoff to 21, who I'll tell you his name here in just a moment.
So defensively for Skyline, we have Junior Caleb McBride, 72. Senior Zane Cueva, team captain, number 66. Senior number 52, Jack Moskovitz. Junior number 33, Hunter Hickson as a linebacker. Josh Manold is also linebacker. Senior number 14, Xander Gannier. Junior number 11, Siler Jones. Senior number 7, Jack Mays. Senior number 0, Cam Weir. Junior number 5, Luke Morgan. And junior number 3, Bupe Chisanga.
It's nice to see Xander Gannier get the start today at middle linebacker along with Hunter Hickson. Hunter shows blitz. I don't even know where the ball went. That was a little bit shifty. Yeah, my eyes followed the wrong guy. They ran it up the middle. That was 21 again. I'm guessing he's going to be the lead back for him tonight. That's Max Jones.
First down for Bellevue from the 42. Bellevue.
I'm taking the opportunity to rewrite the names that's somewhat larger on this piece of paper in front of me. Hopefully it'll help as the game progresses. Moon goes in motion. Handoff again to Max Jones. Hit by Luke Morgan. Stuffed. Brought down by a tag team of Bupe and Cam Weir. Boop, there it is.
There you go. So early in the game, too.
Well, if there was going to be a tag team tackle, I might as well bring out the boop. There it is.
That's right. Huge stop by Luke Morgan, too.
Yeah, he drilled him. Didn't quite fall down, but you know what? He didn't progress any further either, so that's perfect.
Yep.
So it's 2nd down and 7 for the Wolverines. A little shifty misdirection, handed off to number 2. He makes his way down to about the 50, but there's a flag down on the 44-yard line on the far side of the field.
A.J. Morton with the carry.
Son of Mr. Morton, thank you. So last year, I had the opportunity to coach a rec basketball team with the YMCA in Bellevue, and Mr. Moon was a player on the opposing team. Pretty good basketball player. Yeah, we lost that game.
So holding on the offense takes the ball back to about the 35.
That's 2 penalties against Bellevue today so far, for those of you keeping track at home. Handoff up the middle, tackled and brought down. Nice way to wrap him up. That was Hunter Hickson with a good tackle.
And Cam Weir helping him out too. Defensive line looking really sharp tonight. Jack Moskovitz up there. Of course, Zane Cueva. Caleb McBride. Those guys have been really strong for Skyline this whole season.
So 3rd and 12. Bellevue goes with the funky formation. It's a handoff to number 12. That's Bryce something. Oh, and he's hit and dropped. He runs left. Was that Hunter Hickson again? It was. Hunter Hickson is making his presence felt today. Bryce Smith had nowhere to go. Bellevue's going to be forced to punt.
Skyline comes up huge on the defense.
And it is a neon out for the Skyline fans. So in case you're wondering, that's what we're doing. Oh, it's a fake punt. He runs to the right side of the field. He's going to make the line to gain, and then some. He keeps going, misses a tackle. Chasing him is Siler Jones, and he's not going to get to him. The fake punt for Bellevue turns into a touchdown run for Bryce Smith. That was a 57-yard run. Should have seen that one coming. Bellevue doesn't punt.
Bellevue obviously has done some scouting, and they took advantage of the option. I think it may have been a punt option again, like we saw earlier this season. So capitalizing on that was Bellevue, and there really wasn't any defense to get to him.
Yeah, they're pretty pleased with themselves after that trickery.
On a 4th and 10 too.
All right, high snap, and the kick is, did it go over? Barely over.
Knuckled through.
Just got enough. All right, folks, so your score is now Bellevue 7, Skyline 3. I almost gave us 4 extra points. Let's hear it for our next sponsor.
Yep. Legend Sports Photography, offering the very best in team and individual sports photography since 1977. One of our specialties is capturing memories of your young athlete that will last a lifetime.
And let's hear it for Jobo's. Join Jobo's, folks, every Tuesday for Spartan Spirit Day, and you can enjoy 15% off your order. You can dine in or take out with code SPARTAN15. Thanks, Jobo's. All right, so Bellevue is going to kick. Number 17 is their kicker. I'm getting the paper super close to my face. That's going to be Nick Maddie is their kicker. Back to receive for Skyline are Luke Morgan, Cam Weir, and someone else. It's a better kick this time from Bellevue. Fielded, oh, not quite cleanly by Luke. Luke's going to have to dive on it. Just dive on it, Luke. And Luke doesn't dive on it. He tried to pick it up, bobbled it, and it looks like Bellevue comes up with the ball. So after a great start, Bellevue has some trickery. They score on a fake punt, and then we muff a kick, try to pick it up instead of just diving on it, trying to make a play happen where there was really nothing there. And now Bellevue has the ball. And it's going to be 1st and goal for Bellevue just inside the Skyline 10-yard line.
So back to that fake punt. Bryce Smith, who was the punter, is not shown on here as a punter.
Well, they should have to forfeit then, right?
And so Nick Maddie is their punter kicker. And
I think you're right on that option. They were doing it as an option then probably. All right, folks, Max Jones ran that first ball right up the gut, about a 4.5-yard pickup. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Chain crew needs to adjust their number, but he did adjust it. My bad. Good job, chain crew. Good job.
Oh, you've been there.
So this time it is a run up the middle again.
Max Jones with the handle.
I'll tell you, they do a really good job of concealing where that ball's going.
They do.
Somebody goes up the middle every time, somebody goes left, and somebody goes right. And so far, Skyline has been very well disciplined at stopping that ball. So for those of you watching at home, try to figure out where this one's going to go. Notice they've not even attempted a pass yet. This time it's a handoff to 21, up the middle. He's again stuffed. Great effort by not only the defensive linemen, but also the linebackers shooting those gaps. Will Simon was in on the tackle. Zane Cueva was in on the tackle.
And
Xander Ganir. I thought I saw Cam Weir up in the middle. I don't know how he could have got there.
So looks like Bellevue's going to go for it.
Well, there's a shocker. So it's 4th down and goal from the 3-yard line. Josh Minold is predicting they're going to dive right down the middle. Let's see what happens. They've got that big guy, Dimitri, split out at tight end. They do run up the middle. He's tackled just shy of the line of scrimmage, or the line of gain. There's a flag down. I'm guessing they're going to say it was a horse collar, but I didn't see that. Let's see if it's on the replay. See, it looked good, you guys.
So that one's coming back on a hold.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't decline the penalty unless they made it in. Hey, coach, decline that penalty. I guess maybe you want to give yourself, maybe you think you can stop them again from 4th down from the 11-yard line. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room so you're not starting from your end zone.
And now the real kicker does come out.
Well, he barely made that PAT last time. Let's see what happens this time. Let's go, Skyline. This time the kick is better. And it is wide left. It is no good. You know, not everybody's as fortunate as we are to have someone like Sean Lee on the team. Now we see why they went for it when it was 4th and 12 last time. So Skyline's defense after just a terrible turn of events from that previous kickoff, makes a great red zone stand. I'm excited.
This is very exciting. And Skyline will get the ball back at the 20. So he had the kicker had a bad hold on that PAT that barely made it in. So I think that the hold has to be perfect for their kicker to even have a chance at it.
So Skyline takes the ball at the 20. Pro looks to the right, throws it, caught by Cam. Cam spins around, spins out of one tackle and steps out of bounds. So short pickup for Cam. But you know what's been nice is with a little bit drier weather. Oh, you know what? That was a 10-yard pickup. I was looking at the wrong set of chains. So there's like a pole just to my right, and I couldn't quite see the first marker. So it was a pickup of about 7 yards for Skyline that time. Sorry, guys. I should lean forward so I can actually see what I'm talking about. But, yeah. So, all right. So I was saying Perello's looking a lot sharper today. Low snap, hand off to Manold. Manold is hit and wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Dimitri's there. The big man, number 76. I think one of the Skyline bleacher creatures might have slid into Dimitri's DMs and told him that Bellevue was having a neon out because he's wearing pink on his shoes tonight. What do you think?
Yes. I didn't know that they were at neon out, but you can clearly see it across the way.
So they're copying us. Perello looks to throw. Almost caught. It was off the hands of Cam Weir. He looked around. It was floating in the air. Maybe they put helium in the ball tonight. I'm not sure, but Cam bounced it around a little bit, couldn't quite come down with it. So it's now, is it fourth down? Fourth down for Skyline and about 3 yards. And Skyline's going to go for it. There's 7 seconds left to play in the quarter. I like this gutsy call by the coach. Oh, there's a timeout. Timeout, Skyline. Maybe we've changed our mind. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Dangerous play. I mean, we're deep in on our own side of the field. I like the gutsy plays. 4 yards to go.
And I'm loving the comments in the chat. I'll tell you, there are a lot of Josh Manold fans and family in the chat today. Niraj is Josh's uncle in Los Angeles, and then Joe McSmithian is Josh's husband here in watching from Ethiopia.
I also heard that Jackson's in the house.
Jackson in the house. Well, if you're here, Jackson, give us a wave. Oh, he's not listening. Maybe one of Jackson's brother-in-laws or uncles or whatever can let him know. All right, so Skyline does look like they're going to go for it. And is at line. Oh, we are punting. Oh, the pole got me again. We are punting. Good punt by. Oh, great roll. Picked up about the 25-yard line by number 12. That's Bryce Smith. He keeps on his feet. He's looking for somewhere to go and eventually gets wrapped up. Great kick by Sean Lee. Absolutely flipping the field, and almost no return by Bryce Smith.
Great job on the coverage, and it also helped by that Smith let the ball just scoot right by him.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision.
I think he wasn't expecting the low kick and the bounce.
Yeah.
So while we have a minute between. Do we want to do some pay the bills?
Yeah, let's do that.
State Farm Insurance. Call State Farm agent Mark Shapiro. At Mark's agency, their customers are the top priority, and they provide you with exceptional insurance options that help save you money. They offer free quotes on auto insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, and life insurance.
And thank you to the Sarah Miller Group, your Eastside real estate experts. They deliver exceptional results and unparalleled service. Their personalized approach and commitment to client satisfaction ensures that you receive the support and attention that you deserve.
And Lindsay Hatch Real Estate. Lindsay's goal is to not just be a real estate agent, but to be your trusted advisor, neighbor, and friend. Lindsay Hatch Real Estate.
All right, folks. After that punt, that was the end of the quarter, so we're switching sides again, back to where we were just looking a moment ago. This time, Bellevue's got the ball. They take a snap, fake it, hand off to number 12. That's Bryce Smith. He's hit at the line behind by a couple of Spartans. First person there, I'm looking at the pile to see who it was. Siler Jones, it looks like, is the one who sniffed that play out. Great play by Siler.
Yep, helping out. Will Simon in there. A lot of players on the left-hand side, of course.
So loss of about 6 on the play.
Jack Johnson in there. Great job, Jack.
So this time Bellevue's looking for who they're going to hand it off to. The quarterback is asking his coach for some information. The coach says, "Wait, I already told you the play." The quarterback says, "I don't remember. What was it again?" So he sends Moon in motion, and he pitches it off to someone who's caught from behind by Bupe. That was number
Bryce.
13 that time. Brody Trevis.
I think that was Bryce.
Was that 12?
Yeah.
Well, then it was number 12. So if those players would just tuck their jerseys in for me, that would be great. That way I could see the numbers. It doesn't get all bunched up.
So Moon threw a good block for Bryce and gave him a lot of room to run. And they get first down after being, short by the line of scrimmage by 6 yards.
So hand it out, fake handoff. Oh, is it? Nobody knows. Everybody's
Bryce
tackling
again.
everybody that time. That's a great fake by the quarterback. Who is that? That's number 4, Kaysen Carta? Kaysen Carta is the quarterback.
And Hunter Hickson with the big foot tackle. Kaysen Carta. That's what I've got too. So again, hit behind the line of scrimmage, and Bellevue looking at long yardage on second down.
So you guys, I'm getting faked out every play. I thought they handed it off to 22 and they ran it right down the middle. I'm glad the defense is paying attention because I'm struggling tonight, folks.
And they're running right behind Dimitri to hopefully have a lead block, but the defensive line for Skyline isn't fooled at all.
And rotating in on the defensive line right now, you've got Kendi Barrett, the senior, number 56. He's to the right of Zane Cueva. To Zane's left, it looks like you've got Jack Moskovitz. On the far side is Will Simon. And Colin Champ on the right defensive end position, or outside backer. In motion is number 3. He takes the ball. Dancing, tackled. So number 3, got another player getting the ball. That's Matthew Reed. So that's what they do is they fake it out every time. They've been going down the middle over and over again. That time they went to the right side of the field. It's going to be 4th down and about 2 yards. Another good defensive effort by the Spartans. Let's go Skyline. So it's a handoff up the middle. He does make the line to gain and bulldozes his way downfield about 7 or 8 yards.
Max Jones with the carry this time. So Bellevue spreading it out among their backs.
And right back to the line of scrimmage is Bellevue. Just going to thank one of our sponsors, but Bellevue has other ideas tonight. So again, up the middle, somebody lost their helmet. It looks like Kendi lost his helmet, but he found it. Kendi checks off because of the loss of the helmet. Let's thank one of our sponsors. New Vision Eye Care. They're the local Sammamish eye care team. They'll take care of all your eye care needs for every member of your family. So stop in or give them a call today to set up your annual eye exam. All right, folks, it is now 2nd down and 9 for Bellevue. Ball is spotted on the Bellevue 44-yard line. Quarterback is under center. In motion is that sneaky number 3. Pitches it to the right to, I'm thinking it's 12. 12 keeps getting, he bounces off one man and he keeps running. Chased from behind by Cam Weir. Tried to knock the ball loose, but that's a big run by that number 12, Bryce Smith.
Bryce has been their go-to back this game so far, doing all the heavy liftings, even with the misdirections and other backs getting in there. Great job by Weir to not only try to tackle, but to try to strip as well.
And a flag is down. Well, now it's down. The referee blew the whistle and threw that flag about as high as he could. I think he was playing lawn darts for a minute.
Looks like a false start by the offense.
Yep, that's now 3 penalties against Bellevue.
And 0 against Skyline.
And the Skyline fans still haven't brought out the "you can't do that," so maybe they'll, that's one of my favorites, so maybe we'll bring that out at some point in time. So 1st and 15, ball's now spotted on the Skyline 19-yard line. Still yet to attempt one pass. In motion is number 3. He's a decoy, and the ball is pitched to Moon. This time 2 flags down. So while the referees figure things out this time, I'm guessing it's another false start. Let's thank our next sponsor, Kyle.
Juniper Capital on the field and in commercial real estate lending. Juniper Capital understands the importance of speed and agility. Their local office is here to support the community. At Juniper Capital, speed matters.
And thank you to Zeke's Pizza in Sammamish. Students, please come in with your student ID for the Spartan Lunch Special on Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for a free Jones soda with the purchase of just 1 slice. What a great deal.
Jones is a good deal on a slice. So we have a timeout on the field. I didn't see who the timeout was called on, and the scoreboard reads that each team has 3 left. So, and we know Skyline's taken 1 already. I'm guessing that Bellevue took a timeout here. 1st and 10. Almost in the red zone for Bellevue.
And they're moving the wrong way. So after a couple of false starts,
1st and 20.
1st and 20.
I'm not used to those
you
fancy
can't
arrow
see that.
ones.
Right? They're throwing me off. So the Bellevue program hands off to number 21. He runs to the right. Plenty of room to go. He's going to go all the way to the end. Oh, he pushed out of bounds. Good saving. We'll call it a tackle. Bupe pushed him out of bounds. 21, Max Jones. He had a nice lane. Good hole opened up for him. And thankfully, he's pushed out of bounds. It's 2nd down now and about 5. So a pickup of 15 yards on that run. Moon goes in motion, hands off to 21, who's tackled. Excellent penetration by Hunter Hicks, and he just dove right through the line and grabbed him by the ankles.
Hunter was sick earlier this week and was kind of concerned about coming to the game, but obviously he's not impacted at all today.
Yeah, give me some of that. If this is playing sick, I don't want to even see him when he's healthy. This is great. He's having a great game again today. All right, so number 25 for Bellevue split out really wide for no particular reason. They don't pass it. So this time it's handed off to Moon, and look at him go. He's hit at the line of scrimmage by Josh Manold. Who would have thought? Josh Manold. Yeah, great play from Josh. Tackle for loss. Look at that replay.
Josh had 2 bodies on him, and he slipped by both of them to get that tackle. Unbelievable effort by Josh.
I just assumed it was going to be Hunter again, but this time Josh is making his Oh my goodness, they're going to kick, you guys. They're kicking from the left hash. It's going to be about a 36-yard attempt. The last one was wide left. Let's see what happens this time. Weird hold, but that looked like it was good that time. It was. The placeholder, watch on the replay if it shows it. The placeholder held onto the ball and very gingerly placed it. It was almost not even put back before the kicker was swinging his leg.
I think that's one of the keys to this kicker is if he doesn't have a perfect hold, then all bets are off on the kicks.
Yeah, that was interesting. All right, folks. So with that, the Wolverines have extended their lead. It's now 10-3. And Skyline gets a chance to get the ball back.
Really, the only score has been a special teams play by Bellevue. So Skyline's going to have a mistake by Bellevue to hopefully catch up to this. If not, they've got to make something happen on offense.
Well, and I'll tell you, excellent job by Skyline's defense so far up to this point in the game. A lot of people might have looked at just Bellevue running up the score on every team they played this season. And they beat Bothell, who we went into overtime with, I think it was 34-3 or something like that. All right, so Weir receives the kick at about the 7-yard line, brings it up past the 20, 25, 30, 35, and he steps out of bounds. Good return by Cam.
I think that's the first return we've seen from Cam this year. I think you're right. They don't kick to Cam. I'm surprised that we saw that.
Well, now we know why. Oh, and they're saying he stepped out at the 30.
He did. Okay. Yeah, he was pretty close to the line when he was coming upfield.
So now the Bellevue High School, the way that they do their chains is they have that little triangle that you see on your audio devices when you want to push play. That tells you what direction to go. So if you could kind of see it on the corners of your screen for the 10 yards. All right, Perillo throws it to Cam on the left side. Pickup of about 5 yards. So now you guys watching from home, you can see what direction you're supposed to go, which is nice. Most teams just have circles or squares.
I think that might confuse people. People might be easily confused if they can't see those triangles. So it's good that it's out there for the audience because I'm sure the players know which way they're playing.
Hopefully the audience does too, but you never know. And I'm not any help. All right, so Hickson goes in motion. He's blocking for Manold, who actually bounces it to the right side. He's got some room to run, tripped up and keeps going. Passes, and he's pushed out of bounds by number 9. There's a flag down just shy of the 50-yard line. And the officials are pointing at somebody. Hopefully they're not doing any name calling, but they're definitely pointing. I think they're pointing at Hank Mann, who we'll have to watch on the replay to see if it's there.
Negating a great run by Josh will be a hold on Skyline.
So it's 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. That negates the first down, but we get to redo the play, so it ends up being a net 3-yard pickup for Skyline with no loss of down. So I guess that's okay. But that was a great play. Hickson is a lead blocker going left, and then Manold just bounces it off to the right side of the field.
You don't see Manold bouncing off too often. He generally follows his blockers.
Perillo takes a snap, looking to pass, looking deep. Airs it out, way overthrown. There must have been a option on the route tree, I'm guessing that time, because Weir cut it back into the left instead of running deep, and Perillo thought he had him deep. He was well covered, extra defensive backs. So,
and again, they're staying away from Moon's side of the field on passing plays.
So you've got Weir on the right, Hickson at tight end on the right, Manold behind Perillo as a quarterback. Handoff to Manold. He's hit by number 44 at the line of scrimmage. He just keeps his legs pumping. It's a pickup of about a yard and a half.
Leading Josh was Hank Mann helping him get that extra yardage.
And the tackle was made by Caden Cooner, number 44 for Bellevue. So 4th down and about 1.5 yards. And this time I don't see Sean Lee back.
I do not.
But
We
we've
don't have
got
a
the
post.
3 running backs back there now. So you've got Champ, Minold, and Hickson. There we go. And did we make the line to gain? I can't tell. The official, we'll see where the spot is. It looks to me like they've got it. Skyline is signaling they believe it. Bellevue says no, it's going the other way. The officials are looking, craning their necks a little bit, and are they going to call for a measurement? And I heard a Jeff Minold in the audience saying that that's a first down.
Yep, that voice is hard to miss.
I don't know if you could hear it on the broadcast, but Jeff definitely believes it's a first down. Let's hear what he has to say now. Oh, and it's about 2 inches short, folks. I'm watching Jeff carefully. He's shaking his head in disagreement. Well, you guys, that was a bummer because I thought he had it.
A lot of boos on the Skyline side of the field.
All right, folks. Well, that was disappointing, but here we go. Back on defense are the Spartans. Well, they've got a couple of players with pink on their feet. That number 21, Max Jones, he also got that same. There's a few of them. They got that same message about Neon Day. And Jones runs right into Zane Cueva and just falls right to the ground.
He was dropped.
That was not a good strategy.
Not a good strategy. And they didn't want to run to Jack Mays' side either, I don't think, because Will Simon was over there also.
There's not a lot of people that in general I would want to just try to run full speed into. Among the top of that list would be Zane.
And Zane has really done a lot of practice. He's the first one on the field during practice time. Always the first one there, always setting a good example.
So it's 2nd and 10. Handoff again to 21. This time he has got a little bit of room. He passes Ganir and is brought down by Will Simon and Bupe. Did he make the line to gain? It is a first down. Oh, see, I see how it works. That's a makeup call, right? The last one wasn't, so this time it isn't. No, he definitely made the line to gain. The ball's just shy of the Skyline 29-yard line.
I haven't seen that cheer before, the D-up cheer.
Just when you thought you've heard it all. Are they passing? They're airing it out. Wide open is number 6. Nobody even knows who that is because they don't pass the ball. Jack Pigeon.
What a nice play. Nobody was really in the area. Skyline's playing run all the way. And they saw the gap in the zone and just got it to him, Pigeon.
Well, that was sneaky. That's 2 sneaky plays by them. They're supposed to only run it every time. But turns out their quarterback can throw. They've got receivers who can run routes. All right, their kicker is good. The kick is good. So now it is Bellevue 17 and Skyline 3. Skyline's offense with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. We're going to have to figure some things out and get up some points on the board before the end of the quarter.
Skyline has had a couple of good drives. One of them ended in a three-point field goal by Sean Lee, but nothing really after that.
Well, and the offense has been playing pretty well against this Bellevue defense. They just need to be able to sustain those drives. They can move the ball. Oh, it's 26, who's the other mystery player back for Skyline. That's Jesse Lane, the tight end. That was nice of Jesse to turn so I could see his number. Thank you, sir.
I thought it was 15 as well earlier.
What do we know?
Yeah. We just look good up here.
Well, you do. I'm just thankful there's no camera today, and you guys at home are too. All right, so a nice kick. It is going to be fielded by Luke Morgan. Runs up to the 20, looking for some room. Has really nowhere to go. He's brought down at the 24. Not a super aggressive return. He just kind of jogged his way up. There's a flag down on the far side of the field at about the 42, 43-yard line.
Luke Morgan trying to follow his blockers, and everything was boxed up where they were, and he did the right thing and tried to follow him upfield and didn't get too far. I think there was just too much hesitation.
And I don't know what the call is.
Dead ball, personal foul on Bellevue.
That's a you can't do that, Kyle. That's one of those you can't do that moments. Skyline's gifted 15 yards, and now they've got a good opportunity after an okay return. Ball's going to be spotted at the 39-yard line, so decent field position for the Spartans. In motion is Morgan. Morgan takes the jet sweep. He runs around. Good block from Minold. Morgan with a stiff arm and grabbed by the shoulder pad and thrown out of bounds. It's about a 1 foot pickup on that play.
If that.
Chain crew wisely drops the flags before getting run over. Heads up play by the chain crew. Is it a loss of a foot?
It was a loss.
All right, so Morgan and Cam on the right side of the field. Bupe and Jones on the left. Perello in the pistol formation, looks to throw. Dodges one player. Oh, great block by Hank. And caught by Cam Weir. He's got plenty of room to go. He's into the end zone for a touchdown, Spartans. I was so excited by that block from Hank. Man, I hope we get a replay of that because Mason Perello was under really significant pressure, and Hank turns around and just obliterates the defender.
That was an amazing defensive or offensive block by Hank, man.
And that was perfect. Go ahead.
And not even a great throw by Perello, just kind of wobbled out there, but he let Cam run under it, and all Cam had to do was catch it.
So Skyline wastes no time putting some points on the board. Snap is good, hold by Mata is good, and the kick is good. So just like that, we've got a game on our hands, folks. Your score, Skyline 10, Bellevue 17.
Very impressive work by Skyline to get a quick touchdown and make this game interesting.
And good job by Weir adjusting to the ball while it was in the air. Kind of bobbled it a little bit. I think his eyes got really, really big on that play. He thought, finally I'm getting this opportunity for a huge play. There was a defensive back was there, and Weir is just plenty shifty and made easy work out of that defensive back, and that guy had no chance against Cam Weir.
Yep, Weir ran right. And just basically had the guy going his way, and then he just went around him on the left. Weir has such quickness that it was a no contest.
I always thought he should have picked 1 instead of 0, though.
Any specific reason?
Yeah, because we're number 1. I just thought of that just now. So.
You can't do that.
Nicely done. All right, a nice high kick from Sean Lee, fielded at the 5-yard line. Flag comes out. 12's got plenty of room. Another flag's out. Sean Lee doesn't knock him out of bounds, and he's going to go. But thankfully for us, poor Bryce Smith runs all that way for nothing. There's a couple of flags down on the field. There's a flag on the 26, and there's a flag on the 36. And Skyline, recognizing there were all kinds of laundry on the field, they said, you know what, let's just save our energy and let him run all the way. We've got 2 minutes to play defense.
That's what they said, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what the coaches were saying. Save your energy, save your energy. Let him go. Very heads up play by the coaching staff to recognize that's what was happening. I think that was Coach Thorson out there telling them, don't run, guys, just walk. Just walk. Save it.
Officials discussing, I guess, how to impose the penalties with 2 flags on the field. And they should be going over to Coach Pallure and finding out what he wants to do.
Well, in my opinion, they should add up. Because if there's penalties from opposing teams, they cancel each other out. So if there's 2 from the same team, they really should add up on this play, don't you think?
They should. They really should.
This is the one we set up for you guys, and it's just frozen. Okay. It's worthless. We're gonna look bad.
Okay, so let's hear from the official, or at least see what he says.
Oh, look at that. Good
Personal
zoom.
foul.
Was that holding? That's declined.
On the receiving team. Another personal foul on the receiving team. That's declined.
3?
Holy moly.
That's a team full of cheaters.
3 personal fouls during the play, and it doesn't back the ball up as far as you would think.
But still plenty. Still plenty. So Bellevue's got a lot of work to go here. Unfortunately, it's 1st and 10.
Yeah. 1:59 left in the half. Will Simon trying to get the crowd into it, get some noise out there from the Spartan fans.
All right, so now our defense is going to have to honor the pass, but it's a handoff to Moon. Moon runs up the middle, and he's got plenty of room to go. He's going, he is fast. Bupe's chasing him, and guess what? He's barely caught him. Good effort from Bupe. Moon was saving all of his energy for that one play, it looked like, just like Skyline was saving their energy on the last one. But huge run.
Huge hole.
So big run from Moon. 1st and 10. We're going to have to wait for the chain crew. You guys give them a second to get set up. The clock stopped while they move. Bellevue's trying to hurry up here. And you've got another handoff. This time it's to number 3. Goes to the right side of the field. There's a flag down. Short pick. Actually about a pickup of about 6 or 7, but there is a flag down.
Dylan, good work on the camera to get us what we can't hear over the PA system from the official. He may not even be mic'd up.
So the cheer squad is looking for defense today. Skyline's defense has played pretty well. Just a couple of big plays from Bellevue. For the most part, it's been really well played by Skyline's defense. Handoff up the middle for Max Jones. Runs into a wall again. I didn't see who was first to make the tackle that time.
I believe it was Xander.
Was it Gannier?
Yep, I think he ran into Xander.
Good job by Gannier with the tackle. So it's 2nd and about 17 yards. There's 1:04 to go in the half. Handoff to Jones. Oh, he fakes the handoff. Hands it off to 12. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle by Cam. He faked the handoff to Jones, pulled it out at the last minute, and gave it to Bryce Smith instead, who runs into Cam Weir. So
Skyline defense really holding now.
and the Skyline sideline really getting excited, trying to pump up their defense. Good job. They're super into it. Skyline is playing a really good first half of football. Just under 30 seconds to go. And 12, that's Smith in motion. Pitches to number 3, that's A.J. Morton. He runs right, tackle. Did he make the line to gain? I think he might have. He did. The officials are calling for its clock stoppage. Where's the ball spotted? So it's a timeout for Bellevue. They did not make the line to gain. It's 4th down and about 2, maybe 2.5 yards.
And the clock is not on their side. We're not sure how many timeouts Bellevue has left. I think they've only got 1.
You sure they don't have 3? Scoreboard says 3. So that wasn't A.J. Morton. That was A.J. Morton is number 2, folks. That was actually Matthew Reed, number 3. So Bellevue retakes the field. Skyline taking a little bit of time to get back onto the field. Coach
14 seconds left.
Coach had a couple of extra words for Bupe as he went out there. So we'll see if Bupe is going to do something extra fun this time. In motion is hand up the middle, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. So that was a run right up the middle to Max Jones like they've been doing all game. Bupe did run in there, but with a full head of steam, that momentum was able to carry Jones into the end zone.
Great run, and again, only a couple hands got a hold of the running back, Max Jones, and he was able to get in not too easily, but it wasn't that difficult for him. So another PAT.
And a flag was down, and the whistle before the kick.
Offsides by the defense, it looks like.
It's always interesting. Typically the offsides, they let it go. Unless it's like an unabated to the quarterback or something like that, but I didn't see that. So usually they let it go, and it's a free play for the offense. But, so we just replay the down. All right. So it's interesting because they made the kick. So, now they're going to go for 2. Okay. So checking in is number 12, Bryce Smith. Max Jones is out there along with number 3, Matthew Reed. Those are your 3 running backs to look out for today. I don't see number 1, Riken Moon. Split out to the far right side of the field is number 14. Don't know his name. And no need because it's a run right up the middle again. Number 21, Max Jones. This time just left of center. Ran right behind his guard. So they pick up 2 points. And now we've got 9 seconds left to put together a couple of plays and score. What do you think?
Plenty of opportunity. At least one play if they don't start the clock when the receiving team catches the ball.
Yeah, that's true. So back to receive is going to be Luke and Cam, along with Jesse Lane, same as last time. I'm guessing they'll do a bit of a pooch kick here to try to prevent some type of a return. Maybe they'll kick it to Will Simon on the far side of the field, or over to Xander Ganir on the near side of the field in that second row. We'll see what they do. It's a squib kick, and Will Simon falls on it. Nice job by Will to not try to do something too fancy with it, just fall on it. We've got 7 seconds left to go. What do you think? Are they going to go for some type of a play, or are they just going to take a knee and end the half?
I'd like to see. What I'd like to see is I'd like to see Skyline try to do something. They've got 7 seconds left. I think Bellevue's secondary has been exploited a couple of times by Cam.
And you've got Cam and Bupe on the far right side of the field, or on the near side, far right. And the defensive backs are playing super deep. Perella takes a snap, throws it to Cam. Cam couldn't quite see where he stepped out of bounds, but it looked like he stepped out of bounds.
With less than a second left.
It's interesting because Cam and Bupe were on the far side. We were starting that possession on the left hash, and Perella threw it all the way across the field for a screen pass.
Almost a lob pass.
Yeah, and now he takes a knee.
Yep.
All right. So we got a complete pass, though.
Yes.
So
Yes, and maybe a yard or two.
So he's been much more accurate today than last week.
A lot less hands in the air this week as well for the defensive side on Bellevue. Skyline actually doing really well, getting a couple of good plays, a couple of scoring plays on a nice pass to Cam Weir. We'll go to halftime with the score 25-10, Bellevue, and we'll see you shortly.
All right.
Welcome back to Bellevue, Washington, where just south of downtown Bellevue, where Skyline is trailing 25-10 the Bellevue Wolverines. First half synopsis, Jim?
Well, my thoughts are it is a lot closer than the scoreboard indicates. There were a couple of miscues, a couple of really big plays by Bellevue, and that turned into quick scores for them. But for that, it's practically a tie game.
That's what I mean. I went and talked to a couple of parents beforehand, and that was their consensus too. Overall, I mean, the score's not really reflective of all the hard work Skyline's put in.
So Sean Lee kicks it deep, and he's in the end zone. This time he had both feet in the end zone. I don't know if that matters or not, but it's going to be a touchback.
Bellevue gets the ball on offense starting the second half. And both teams start out with 3 timeouts.
Yes. You want to preserve those 3 timeouts to the very end if possible. But in all seriousness, the Skyline's defense really played a phenomenal first half against Bellevue. I'm really proud of those guys. Still a lot of time left in the game, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. So this time it's a handoff up the middle again. This time it was Riken Moon, number 1, taking the handoff. He was quiet in the first half, aside from that one big run. And he was hardly on the field on offense in the first half, it seemed.
He was playing as a defensive back as well, but he really hasn't been a factor for Bellevue in the first half. But Smith has been amazing for Bellevue in the first half. And there's Moon again from the backfield. He breaks a couple of tackles, gets all the way to the 35, and that'll be at the first down for Bellevue.
So moving the chains is Moon. Ball spotted at the Bellevue 35-yard line, and they're quick to get back to the line of scrimmage. Handoff again up the middle. This is number 21, Max Jones. Pickup of 3 yards for Bellevue. 2nd and 7.
Zeke Cueva on the tackle that time, helped out by Josh Minold.
So Skyline going with 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers.
Interesting formation from a running team.
So it's a handoff to Max Jones again. Right, just left of center. And hit at the line of scrimmage, makes it through that first line and brought down by Xander Ganier.
He fights his way and he does have enough for a first.
Good second effort by the running back. Delayed handoff over to number 3. That's Matthew Reed. Pickup of about 3. Ganier again with a tackle.
Ganier's played a good position player tonight as middle linebacker. He's come in and had some really good defensive plays.
Fumbled snap. Quarterback looks left. He's running, throws it, airs it out deep. Bupe tries to make a stop, couldn't quite do it. Falls incomplete. Intended receiver was number 6, Jack Pigeon. He's the one who got that touchdown catch in the first half.
A Pigeon actually pushed off Bupe, and of course it wasn't called, but that was if it had been gone the other way or toward the offensive play, it might have been something that Skyline really complained about.
So now it's 3rd down and 7. I wonder if that was supposed to be a handoff and it was just a bobbled snap, and he just tried to make something out of nothing there. So Bellevue runs up to the line. It's interesting, they break the huddle and they sprint to the line. This time it's a pitch to the right side again to number 3. He's got some room to run. He's hit and brought down by, wow, number 72, Caleb McBride ran all the way from the defensive line. Downfield about 8 yards and makes the tackle. Good effort by Caleb.
What Bellevue's doing on their offensive line is they're trying to surprise Skyline's defensive line by going into a different position on the front offensive line. So you'll see them move different positions.
Oh, interesting call. Good observation there. So it's a handoff again. This time running left is number 3. I should just stop covering up his name. That's Matthew Reed.
Jack Moskovitz in to help slow Reed down for a very short gain, and while the rest of the Skyline defense was up to help on the tackle.
So you got this 3 down linemen. You've got Moskovitz, Cueva, and McBride. Will Simon and Josh Minole on the edge. Runs just left of center again. Running behind the left guard.
Looks like Moskovitz was there again to trip him up, and to finish him off was Zane Cueva.
So pick up of 5 yards that time.
Post is in my way, so I'm moving a little bit further away. It's not that you smell or anything.
I thought maybe I smelled bad. All right. This time they hand it off to their number 22, who makes a pretty good run there. Runs into eventually he's stopped. 22 for the Wolverines is none other than Trevin King.
Another running back. I believe that's their 6th different running back they've used this game.
They do have a lot of running backs, and that's a first down for Bellevue. And they're pretty quick to get the plays called and run up to the line of scrimmage. I'm trying to thank some of our sponsors here. But there's not been a break. It's fake to 22, and he looks to pass, airs it out, and it's caught, and it's a touchdown. I thought there was another push off there. Let's see if the replay shows it or not, but that was Nicholas Nora. Cam tried to make a play for the ball and turns into a score.
I believe Cam was playing a little bit too deep and was hoping the ball would fly a little bit further. So Bellevue with another passing touchdown.
And the snap is good, hold is good, and kick looks good. That was probably his best kick of the night. But the kicker was some weird waving and falling down. Glad he's okay. So with that, the score is now Bellevue 32 and Skyline 10. Let's thank our first sponsor of the second half, Stillwater Dwellings.
Since 2008, Stillwater Dwellings has crafted high-end modern prefab homes that seamlessly blend indoor and outdoor spaces with stunning design and meticulous attention to detail. We offer a personalized experience combining sustainability, exceptional craftsmanship, and modern architectural aesthetics to create homes tailored to your lifestyle. Great homes happen by design. That's a long sentence.
It is. All right, so Skyline is going to receive. Bellevue's back to kick. Deep to receive, kind of in the middle of the field. Bunched up there are Luke Morgan and Cam Weir. In front of them is Jesse Lane. Second row, you've got Will Simon, Colin Champ, and Xander Gannier. And the kick is a deep kick, fielded by Morgan at about the 5, brings it up to the 20, 25, 30, 35. Hit by the kicker and brought down, eventually tackled from behind. Great return from Luke Morgan.
He got some great blocking as he waited this time for his blockers to clear the path for him. and he was able to get free. Great run by Luke. Great field position again for Skyline.
So Skyline starts with the ball just shy of the 40-yard line, spotted at the 39. Four receiver set. You've got Bupe and Cam on the right, and Seiler and Luke on the left. Josh in the backfield. Behind Mason Perello, takes the snap, hands off to Josh. He runs left of the center, hits linebacker and brought down. Linebacker was first to hit him was number 9. And that is Ollie Sharp, the linebacker.
That was a hard-fought 2 yards.
So 2nd and 8. Josh had a pretty productive first half. It was nice to see him more involved in the offense than what we got to enjoy last week. So this time they blitz. Pass is caught by Weir. Runs through, picks up about 5 yards before he's brought down. So it's going to be 3rd and short.
Nice play action to Josh and quick out to Weir, who grabbed that ball and ran.
And blitzing on that play was number 56, Desmond Lloyd. So it was nice that even with a play action pass that we were able to get the ball out quickly, got a good pass completion, and now we've got a 3rd and short situation. Perello hurries up to the line, tells something to Zane. The defense is getting loud on the far side of the field. Good snap, and Perello takes it and runs. He follows his blocker. He picks up the line to gain and then some. There's a little bit of a miscommunication there on which side the handoff was going to go, and Josh, instead of taking the handoff, decides to block for him, clears a path, and Perello picks up a 1st down. So while the chains move, let's thank our next sponsor, Masti Bar and Grill. Whether you seek a vibrant evening out with friends, a romantic dinner for 2, or simply a moment to savor the pleasures of life, Masti Bar and Grill is your destination of choice. All right, Perello takes the handoff, or takes the snap and hands off to Manold, spins almost out of a tackle and is brought down, pickup of about 3 yards.
Manold, even though he's falling, he's always keeping his legs moving, so he's pushing even as he falls.
I'll tell you, he is a fun player to watch.
He really, really is.
So he gets a little bit of a breather. Checking in at running back is Colin Champ, number 23, the junior.
Also seeing Hickson in on the right side.
So 3 receivers set on the left. Champ stays back to block. Pearl has not that much time. He scrambles out of it to the right, throws it, and gets rid of it. It was intended for Weir, thrown out of bounds.
Well, that's something you don't see from Perello too often is a throwaway. He'll generally either keep it and try to run it up, or he'll try to get it to a receiver that's actually in bounds. So heads-up play by Perello to get rid of the ball and avoid a sack.
I thought he was going to have a little bit of time there. Champ did a good job staying and blocking the left side, but they just had a couple of people who were able to get through that line of scrimmage. All right, so a trips left again for Skyline. Champ still in as the running back. Good snap. Champ stays to block. Throws a dart to Weir. Falls incomplete. So now it's going to be 4th down and 7 after those. So a decent 1st down, pickup of 3, 2 incompletions, and now it's 4th and 7. Hopefully Manold is all right. He's been out for a couple of plays now. Maybe he's just getting a bit of a breather. I don't see him being attended to. He's on the sidelines with his helmet off. He looks like he's just catching his breath. You couldn't see me from home, but I was pointing at him.
Yeah.
So
I'm doing the same thing.
all right, so Skyline is going to go for it. I don't see anybody in the backfield. So it's a screen pass over to Weir. Good block by Jones and doesn't make the line to gain. It's a good block by Jones, even though he did push him in the back. But if there's no flag, it's a good block, right? So turnover on downs. They needed 7. They got about 3. So this change of possession is brought to you by Ted Claridge of Fairway Mortgage. Mortgage Ted, the most trusted and appreciated mortgage loan officer to work with. He's local, reliable, and a trustworthy friend of the Skyline community. Thanks, Ted Claridge. All right, so it's a fake handoff up the middle. No, where is it? No, it was a handoff up the middle. I thought it was a fake to 21 and given to 22, but nope, given to 21. I think. Is he on the field? Was it 21? Yes, it was.
21, yes.
So it was a handoff to Max Jones. I thought they faked it. I'll tell you, the Bellevue program run basically the exact same offense from 3rd grade through 12th grade. And by the time they get to high school, they are really good with how they disguise those handoffs. I mean, I'm watching for it. This time he does. I feel like he hands it off, but even the runner takes it like they didn't really take it, and they're kind of hiding the ball. Do they have it or not? It's got to be tough as a defender. You almost just have to tackle everybody.
Well, and Bryce Smith, that was actually on the right side as a tight end, and he was blocking that time.
So it's a bit tricky. All right, so now they've got 2 running backs in the backfield and a tight end. This time it is handed off to number 22 who runs left. Didn't pick up a lot of yardage. I'm going to have to start writing his name down. That is Trevin King. Tackle made by number 56. That's Kendi Barrett. So remember, folks, we are working off of a roster with size 4 font. So it is tricky for us, but I'll try not to make too many excuses, just a lot of them. All right, flags are down. It looks like that was going to be a fake pitch to Trevin King.
Chase Dunbar is in on defense for Skyline. It's the first we've seen of him this game.
So he's filling in. Is he filling in for Minold? No, because you've got, Dunbar is on the field.
Champ is also in.
Champ is on the field. So who's out? Is Luke out?
So
did they take Luke Morgan out? Luke's out.
Luke's out. We've got Siler Jones left.
And quiet today has been number 7, Jack Mays. We haven't heard a lot from him today. But then again, they haven't passed it a lot.
Interesting, we haven't seen any of Matthew Parsons or Cody Peterson, who usually play the left and the right side.
Yeah, we're definitely going heavy on linebackers today. So it's 3rd down and 9 now. So just 4 defensive backs. I guess 4 defensive backs is about usual, but we typically run with 5, sometimes 6, it seems like. So it's a handoff to Moon. Moon runs left. Hit at the line of scrimmage by, it looks like Will Simon was the first one there, and Zane Cueva diving on top of him. Good play by Will Simon, number 8. So 4th down and 4 for Bellevue. Skyline's defense has been holding strong. Be great to get a stop here and some good field position. Cheerleaders are calling for defense. I agree. It's a handoff. They're going to get the line to gain. Unless which guy has the ball.
And it depends on how far they let him get forward.
No, I thought number 6 had the ball, but he didn't. They handed it off to 21, who does not make the line to gain. I don't think he got there. There's a player down for Skyline. It's Ganir. He's limping a little bit, or a lot. He walks off the field gingerly, as they say. No, he's going to stay on. Is he? There. That's an interesting spot. And the referees are now saying that they made the line to gain. That was a... I'm not saying what I think.
But you're thinking what everyone's thinking.
Well, there is a replay. You guys can go back and watch it on the video if you like. Go ahead and backtrack 15 seconds. Let us know in the comment section if I'm crazy or not. All right, this time quarterback looks to pass, airs it out deep. Intended receiver was wide open, and the ball
jump on the ball, get on the ball.
The ball was knocked out. Let's see who knocked it out at the end. Was it Dunbar? I couldn't quite see who that was. Was it Bupe who just poked the ball out as he caught it? But you're right, Kyle. Don't wait to hear a whistle. That ball got poked out. I thought it was a catch and a fumble.
I did as well.
Thankfully, it was ruled incomplete.
My apologies for yelling in your ear.
Oh, that's okay. The players can't hear us very well unless we scream. So second down and 10. This time they hand off a misdirection over to 12, who runs left, runs into Bupe, who pushes him out of bounds. That's Bryce Smith with a big run again. Does that move the chains? Does it not move the chains?
Close.
I can't quite tell where the line to gain is. Oh, I think they're about a yard shy. Third down and 1, so a pickup of 9. So Bryce Smith's playing, I guess, at the tight end position. So this time it's a handoff just to the right side of the formation. He does pick up the line to gain. So it's a first down, picked up by Max Jones.
There's a flag on the near side.
So chain gain, stay where you're at. Let's not move. Don't be so hasty. They're actually doing a very good job not moving yet. So call against Skyline. I didn't see what the signal was. So the chains do move. So it is now first down and 10 from the Skyline 21-yard line. Handoff to 21. That's Max Jones again. He's a good running back, Jones is. Checking out of the game is Champ. Coming back into the game is Gannier. Also on the field for Skyline is number 20, Jeffrey Walker. Walker was injured the first bit of the season, but it's nice to see him back out on the field. Handoff to Moon, who runs right. He's a shifty runner. It's going to be first down and goal from the 9-yard line.
Luke Morgan keeping Moon honest and directing him to the inside where he didn't have much more running room than he got.
Who's that guy on the Chiefs who they say runs like he's angry, like he's stomping in the ground when he runs? That's what Moon reminds me of. What's that guy's name? Somebody let me know in the comment section. I should know by now. He's a good runner.
Smith up the center. And runs right in for a touchdown, Bellevue.
So Bellevue, again, pushes their way, bits and pieces, right down the field and into the end zone. So they're now at 38 points on the day. I think this ties their season high.
I think they're third. I thought it was 36, but I could be mistaken.
Well, you're probably correct. I was just hoping that he misses this field goal so that they don't get a new season high, but that was a good kick this time. He must have been watching Sean Lee during his warm-ups and copying that a little bit.
Hiking and holding has settled down a little bit too. So with that, we're going to go to Summit Oral Surgery, who proudly sponsors our Skyline community and Skyline football. They are local specialists in wisdom teeth extractions and dental implants.
And thank you to American Family Insurance, where your local Sammamish representative is Julia Meek. They build relationships based on trust. It's a family agency that offers the convenience of doing business the way that suits local Sammamish clients. They consult with you at home, on the phone, or over email, providing time-saving options to secure your personalized insurance program. All right, folks. Score is now 39-10. Bellevue is going to be kicking off. Skyline set to receive. Last time it was fielded by Will Simon. We'll see where this kick goes. Kicks it just past Will. Actually, it was Luke Morgan who got it last time. He gets it again this time. He picks up at about the 10, looks for some blockers, and kind of just jogs his way down the field while he looks for a blocking hole, a hole to be opened by his blockers, and makes his way to the 30.
And that run back was brought to you by At the Vault on Front Street. The trainers take your fitness goals seriously. They understand that losing weight and gaining muscle can be challenging. Their goal is to help you overcome hurdles and reach your goals. They are a private training facility that focuses on creating the best intimate atmosphere possible for their clients.
And it's first down. Morgan's in motion, takes the snap. Handoff to Morgan. Morgan, I'll tell you, Luke hasn't been sprinting like he usually does. That was a couple of plays in a row. I wonder if he's doing all right.
Couple of plays where he hasn't shown his customary speed and he's followed his blockers, which is fine. But I also agree with you that Luke definitely appears like he's not his aggressive self today.
Well, that is the end of your third quarter. Score is 39-10. Skyline has the ball. So while we figure out where to move the ball, let's thank some of our fourth quarter sponsors. Thank you to Skyline Youth Football Association, where they teach game fundamentals, accountability, and working together as a team. Those are skills that last a lifetime. With Skyline Youth Football, safety is the number one priority. All of the coaches there are certified and trained to keep your players safe. With Skyline Youth Football, your players will make lasting friendships. So come join the fun.
And Pacific Fitness Products provides professional fitness-based design, consultations, and a premium selection of fitness equipment from the best brands in the industry.
And thank you to Upkeep Us, LLC. If you're in need of an expert carpet tile or upholstery cleaning services, then look no further. Their expert technicians they use advanced equipment and techniques to deep clean, sanitize, remove tough stains, allergens, and dirt, leaving your carpets and your air in your home or your business looking and feeling fresh and clean. Upkeep Us, clean carpets, clean living. All right, so Skyline's got some work. It looks like Manold is still out of the game. Champ in the backfield.
That was a move.
And this time,
54 on Skyline moved. Jack Johnson, do we know if Jack Johnson is 54
yes,
today?
Jack threw us a bit of a curveball today. He switched up. He was 53 last week, and we thought he was 54. So maybe he's trying to do us a solid by switching back to 54 today. So that was on Jack. So it's a handoff to Champ. Champ looks for somewhere to go and doesn't have any place to go. Champ's one of those runners that if he can get just a little bit of space, he's boom, gone, off to the races. He's a really athletic kid. Can I call them kids? I guess they're still kids.
I think you definitely can get away with calling him a kid.
I mean, when you're as old as me, if you're under 30, you're a kid.
That's
basically.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah, but it also shows your age when you call 30-year-olds kids too.
It does. That's okay. All right, Perella looks to throw. He airs it out. It comes off his hand a little bit goofy. Morgan comes back. He was hit.
He was
hit
held.
and tugged right in front of the official. Morgan had to stop and adjust. Watch this replay, folks. I don't know how there wasn't a flag thrown that time. The fans are calling for a flag, but there's not one. He definitely had his arm grabbed and yanked before he was able to make a play for the ball. There ought to have been a flag that time. Sorry, you guys. I'm usually on the official side, but that one seemed pretty clear, and it was right in front of the official. So I don't know how that was a no call.
Well, there is a lot of money in Bellevue, as that's where we are.
Yeah,
Can I say that?
I guess. I guess. I mean, if we're down 39-10, I think we could say whatever we want at this point. So Skyline calls timeout. It's 4th down and a mile for Skyline.
So let's move to La Casita, serving the Issaquah community and Sammamish community as well for over 30 years with handcrafted foods and made from scratch cocktails. Mexican food lovers can savor the flavor of authentic dishes that bring south of the border to the beautiful city of Sammamish, La Casita.
I do enjoy their food.
We went there just last week.
And how was it?
It was delicious.
And was the service fast?
The service was good.
I knew it.
Yep.
I've never not had good service there.
I really enjoyed the cheese jalapeno dip. That was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I'll have to try it next
chips
time.
and cheese jalapeno dip.
Sounds like that's a guaranteed win to me.
Yep.
All right. So Sean Lee does punt. Back to receive is number 12. That is Bryce Smith. He went right. Now he's coming back left, looking for some room, and he just slides down.
That goes down at the 45. First and 10 there for Bellevue.
So in and kick coverage that time was number 17, Cody Peterson. He was hoping to get the tackle there. There's a flag down about the 30-yard line. So maybe it'll go back a little bit. We'll see what the call is. And the chain crew still has not moved. Good job, chain crew.
Still seeing many of the starters in for Bellevue.
So on defense for Skyline, checking in at corner, you've got number 17, the senior Cody Peterson, and number 12, Matthew Parsons. So it's nice to see them in. Dunbar and Bupe at safety. Champ and Gannier at linebacker.
So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard this from Kevin, our fantastic producer as well. Bellevue has been running for 25 years.
Correct.
And they are just always so successful. And it appears that nobody has figured out the runs they do and how they get as many yards on the ground that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you think that is? Why are they so successful at the run and the defenses haven't figured it out in 25 years?
So, I'm going to choose my words carefully, but what I'll say is, there's a false start. So the penalty was against Bellevue, and now it looks like there's a false start also against them. I'm not evading the question, but what I'll say is this: is having coached against them in the youth program, they run the same plays since the kids are little. And one of my favorite movies is Remember the Titans. It's probably my favorite football movie, and Coach Boone only runs a few plays. And his point is, if you run your plays to perfection, you're going to win. And I feel like that's what the Bellevue program does, is they do a great job. Look at that handoff there. You never know where the ball is going to go. You've got multiple options, and defenses really have to guess every time 2 or 3 options. You can't really zero in on one guy. You've seen Moon run the ball well. You've seen Morton run the ball well. Reed run the ball well. Smith run the ball well. Max Jones and Trevin King. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different guys all running the ball well for Bellevue. And that's what they do. So look, here you go. This time 21 runs it. He bounces off a guy as he runs right and just keeps going. And it looks like Zane is down stretching out his calf a little bit. He's limping, but he's too tough to come off the field. But that's a long, droning answer of saying they do what they do really well. And the other thing that I will say is the Bellevue program, they're one of the top programs every single year. They start the season planning to compete for the state championship every single year. And that's the mentality that every player has. And even the kids in the youth program, that's what they're trying to become, is they see it and they just have all bought in 100%. And anyway, so that's my long rambling praise to the Bellevue program, which, you know, I hate to say it, but they really are a premier program, very well coached, very stable organization. So there you go.
Thank you very much. That really speaks to the fundamentals, right? Repetition and fundamentals. If you keep your fundamentals and repetition going, and you do the same thing over and over again, you make those permanent muscle memory deals in your brain, and you're successful in that. So,
and one of the things that I'll also add is I love the line of scrimmage. And the line of scrimmage, especially in youth football, but really even through the NFL, the games are won in the line of scrimmage. And this is a program where the kids, even as kids, they love that they are the ones who make the running game possible, right? The offensive line is celebrated, and it's a sought-after position. And I remember just coaching through the youth, not a lot of kids want to play on the offensive line. The defensive line is more fun.
Sure.
Right? And it's tough to get a lot of kids who want to be an excellent blocker. That's not a very fun job. But these guys, they really embrace it, they celebrate it, and they seek after kids who can excel at it.
I'm nodding for those of you who don't have video in this booth. It's like we're counting fingers and pointing. Again, but my basic question still stands. Okay, you got repetition, you do fundamentals, you drill every day. Why haven't defenses figured it out 25 years later?
I don't think they haven't figured it out. I think that every defense knows exactly what they're going to get every week. It's just Bellevue is saying, we're going to give you our best effort. Can you stop it? And today the answer has not been yes. But you know what, though? In the first half of this game, even though we were trailing, what were we trailing by at halftime?
15.
15 at halftime? Okay. So even though we'll say that was a 2-touchdown difference, that's what it was because of a 2-point conversion. Even with that, it really felt like it was a very close matchup in the first half. Just a couple of miscues, a couple of missed opportunities, both on offense and on defense, and the score could have easily been the reverse. But as the game has progressed, Bellevue has just been able to keep at it and keep at it and keep at it.
And even with a lot of penalties, they've still been successful, and they haven't had any mistakes. They haven't made any mistakes. No fumbles, no interceptions, no balls that are really in a place to get a turnover.
And in that safety now is number 29. That's Bodie Gockel. So he's getting some repetitions.
Oh, nice to see Bodie come in.
So Skyline getting quite a few other players in the game. So if you watch, you almost have to slow down the screen a little bit to really see what happens, because they've got somebody going up the middle, somebody going left, somebody going right, and it's really, really well concealed by that quarterback.
And I don't think they've run the shotgun all night, have they?
Nope. It's been under center. Maybe one. I don't think so. I think that you're right. They've been under center the whole night. It's first down for Bellevue. Hands off left to number 21. There's a flag down again. Looks like they're their offensive lineman went ahead and tackled Kendi Barrett. I don't know that you're supposed to really tackle the defensive lineman. And then afterwards he held his hands up, so I didn't do that.
Yeah. Kind of held him on the ground a little while too.
So Dunbar is checking out. Cole Zurcher checking into the game, number 18. So I'm hoping that Manold is okay. Manold has hardly played in the second half. I don't know if they just took him out and said, you know what, it's not worth risking him getting injured at this point. Bellevue hurries back to the line, as they do every play. And that 21, Max Jones, moves over to the right side. Oh, there's a little bit of shuffling. They changed their mind. Matthew Reed goes over to that far right side, and this time it's a handoff to Moon, number 1. And a tackle for loss. That's an impressive job by Skyline's defensive line. So in at defensive line, you've got Hank Mann and Kendi Barrett.
Walker, I think I'm not sure if
he's a linebacker. And Jack Johnson. So Johnson, Mann, and Barrett on the defensive line. 4 linebackers. You got Simon, Gannier, Walker, and Champ, linebacker. So it's second down and a lot. A second down and about 13. Handoff to Jones. Picks up about 5. So 3rd and 16. Estimating. I finally took a look at the scoreboard, and that's what they said too, so I'm guessing that means it's official. It is
nice.
16 yards. I forget that they have that.
Each team milking their 3 timeouts, even though I think I've seen a couple.
Yes. Those 3s are permanent on the scoreboard.
They probably don't have any lights anywhere else on the scoreboard.
All right, so is that a timeout? Is that a penalty? It is a timeout, Bellevue. Yeah, you probably should call timeout.
I don't get it either.
Just to make sure you get the right play. I mean,
yeah.
And Skyline's got a neon saxophone player on the track here in front of
Odin.
the cheerleaders. Who?
That's Odin.
Odin?
Yep, he's a friend of Skylar Ends. And he's doing
father of Thor. What's he doing?
He's playing the sax to get
What was that again?
He's playing saxophone. He started the cheer season this year playing a song for the dance team, and they kept him in there.
Sorry, folks. I'm just listening to the saxophone. I don't know this song.
I'm listening to it as well, so that's why we're quiet.
Well, you guys probably can't hear it, so I'll get back to talking. So they hand it off to 3, runs left. Oh, he's going to go all the way, guys. He made it.
He's got a blocker.
So that's Matthew Reed. So Bellevue has about 237 yards on the ground today with that run. So I guess that was a wisely called timeout by Bellevue, who still has 3 timeouts to go.
And we're still over 5 minutes left. So yeah, they really I think they needed to draw that up on the sideline and make sure it happened.
Yeah, you got to get that play just right. And it's interesting that they are still playing all of their starters.
Yes.
But it is what it is. Another high snap and a good kick. I'll tell you, that placeholder's doing a good job.
He settled down.
The snaps have not been excellent on those kicks, but he gets a lot of practice. So
yes.
All right, so let's see what Skyline throws out there for this kickoff. Now, in the youth program, they only do onside kicks and they never punt. That's the way that they do it in the youth program. So it's nice to see that it's not all onside kicks. But I don't know that they've really punted. Did they have one punt?
They did. They had the fake punt where he ran it all the way.
But did they have any actual punts, or do they always go for it? I don't recall a punt.
No, he did not have a punt.
Huh.
Smith did the fake punt, which should have been telegraphed because their punter wasn't punting.
All right, so Weir and Morgan check back into the game. Hopefully they're nice and refreshed after that break. Weir on the right side of the field, Morgan on the left. And the kick is a Kapuya. It goes to Morgan, fields it at the 15-yard line, runs, slips, and falls. And that's about how it's gone for us today. We start off doing really well, and then we slip and fall.
Again, Skyline hasn't played poorly. They've actually played really well, especially the offensive line and the defensive line have both stepped up on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, if you're listening at home, hopefully you get that sense from us that the Skyline really has put in a very good effort, especially on defense today. The offense has been all right. We just haven't been able to sustain those drives. So handoff to Champ. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, pushes his way forward and spins. Pickup of about 4 yards. See, I told you Champ was a good runner. Yeah, Skyline has played this game actually a lot better than they played last week, in my view.
Absolutely. 100% agree.
Yeah, the scoreboard doesn't show it, but it's been a good effort. Jones in motion. 3 receivers on the right side. Perello takes the snap. It's a high snap. Handoff to Champ. Champ runs up the middle. He's got a little bit of room, and he keeps going. Did he pick up the first down? He has to pick up the first down. Yes, and they are signaling a first down. So a nice couple of runs from Colin Champ.
Now we're seeing, I think, a little Bellevue putting in some. They took out some of their starters and they're putting in some other players on defense.
Good point. I don't say, was it Dimitri? Was that his name?
Dimitri's definitely not in there.
A couple of other kids with pink shoes. So it's another handoff to Champ. He's tackled from behind. So checking in at wide receiver are a bunch of defensive backs. Oh, that wasn't fourth down, was it?
No.
Interesting. So Jack Mays checks in. So does Cody Peterson and Matthew Parsons.
Jacob Bowden had a nice lead block for Champ on that last play.
So it's a handoff to Champ. It looks like we're just going with the runs today. Champ makes a guy miss and goes left. He's going to go all the way, folks. Colin Champ around to the left side of the field. Number 8 from Bellevue's trying to chase him down, but Champ is too fast. Touchdown, Skyline.
You definitely called it. Champ broke a few tackles, and once he was in the secondary, the secondary, bottom line, wasn't ready for it.
Correct.
They were not ready for Champ to break it away.
So if you thought we were just going to go away and cry in our milk, is that what people do, is they cry in their milk? I don't know where that came from. But you're mistaken. Skyline showing a lot of toughness, grit, heart, whatever, you name it. Champ with a great run. Pickup of over 50 yards for Colin Champ.
And Skyline with a drive way back at the 20-ish.
So Mata's in to hold. Sean Lee still in the game. We're not putting in a backup kicker. Oh, a little trickery. Mata's going to throw it, folks. And Bellevue does it. This is a really weird formation. In motion is, it's going to be a double pass. Wide open. Catching it in the end zone is Will Simon. So Mata with a backwards pass to Murch. Mays turns around and throws it. And I'll tell you, We just made that look so easy, didn't we? We should have been doing that the whole game. Just put people wherever on the formation and go for it, right?
A little trickery there from Skyline. Gets 2 points, and Skyline showing what, Champ basically was the backbone of that series. Probably went 60, 70 yards on his own with the ball and eventually scored the TD.
So that was nice. So now that backwards pass technically is a lateral, right? That doesn't count as a pass. So Mata doesn't get the complete pass. But Jack Mays does, the defensive back. So Skyline's still trying to figure out who's going to go out onto the field. So you've got some players who I don't normally see out there. I don't know if their numbers are going to match up, but you've got 27, Keon Wright's on the field.
Colin Wirtz, number 30, is out there.
Corbin Hundrup, number 24. And I think everybody else we've recognized already.
Dominic Lede.
Oh, Dom Lede. What number is he today?
19. Lede. Is it Lede?
I've been calling him Lede. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. All right, so kick fielded at the 5-yard line. That was by Bryce Smith. He takes it up the field. He spins out of 2 tackles. He runs left, looking for room. Blocked in the back is number 27. That was Keon Wright. Definitely got blocked in the back and knocked down. Not seen by the official.
You don't call penalties on Warren Moon's progeny.
Was that number 1 who did that?
It was.
How's that? Anyway.
It was.
They know better. Maybe they took exception to us going for 2 on that PAT there. I don't know. All right, so checking in for them is number 15. He must be the backup quarterback. We haven't talked about him at all today.
We have not.
We're going to say his name is Tatum Wilson. Tadem, not Tatum with a T. And that's going to be a false start. You got some excited players, happy to get some varsity reps today.
William Wong is in as defensive back.
Is that 45?
45.
That's Mason Foreman.
Oh, I got two 45s here.
We got 2 45s.
Thank you for the clarity. There's also a foreman on the women's varsity soccer team. I wonder if they're related.
I think so. I know he's got a sister or 2. I think he's got 2, maybe, I don't know. I know he has 2 sisters. Or 3 or 4, 7, 12 sisters, 53 sisters. No, I don't know.
Cole Zurcher in the
So handoff to 33. Runs into Will Simon and ends up getting tackled by, was that Cole Zurcher with the tackle? It was, number 18.
Another tackle by Bellevue on defense. Troy Masunu took down Jeffrey Walker. Just took him down.
It's an interesting blocking strategy. Turns out it works really well. So it's a run by 39 and a flag down. And Jacob Bowden is in at nose tackle for Skyline, in for Cueva. Flags down at about the 40. There's 3 minutes, 24 seconds left to play.
Will Simon was in for that play, and he comes back out.
There's the you can't
There it
do that.
is. And there's still quite a crowd here on the visitor side at Bellevue Stadium.
So my kid finally checks into the game.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Very exciting for me.
That is exciting.
We'll see if he does something. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a run.
For those at
So-
home, that's number 16, I believe.
Correct. So it's a handoff up the middle. Hit by number 23, Colin Champ. And number 16, Eli Holman. Good job, son.
Eli had 3 linemen on him, pushing him out. 3. I watched him. So he took 3 players out of the equation.
Well, he's pretty strong.
That's fantastic.
All right, so handoff to the running left, and they block everybody. There's nobody's going to chase him down. Nobody is within 15 yards. Well executed by them.
Very well executed.
I thought they were going up the middle. And that's a touchdown, Bellevue.
That was a touchdown. Nobody even close to him.
I kind of would like to see that, how it started off, just to see where the defense went. But that's good experience for the young Skyline players to go up against this, and maybe they can learn from some of that. All right, so Bellevue's going to go for 2. Excuse me, 1. And the snap is good, hold is good, kick is good, and that brings your score to Skyline 18.
Yes. A very hard-fought 18.
So Bellevue is ready to kick already. They're very excited to kick the ball to us with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to play in the game.
So this is the second highest scoring that Bellevue has seen this season so far
By an opposing team.
by an opposing team.
Yes. That is a good point. That is a good success story for today. All right, so back to receive the kick are Weir and Morgan. In the middle is number 75, Cade Gleason. So he's checking into the game. Everybody else I think we've recognized already, looking for new numbers out there. And it is a squib kick, fielded by Will Simon. Returns it a little bit, about a 5-yard return, 6-yard return, tackled at the Skyline 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Skyline. I'm not sure why Skyline is clearing the field. They're putting out an interesting group of folks. I thought it was the starting team, but it's not. You've got Jack Mays on the right side. I can't even read all the numbers. It's starting to get a little bit dark for me, folks. Apologies for that. Corbin Hundrup at number 24 taking the handoff, and he's drilled. Hit and brought down by number 39. My goodness, I can't see. 39 is Carmelo Madden.
Cueva's back in.
So it's Hundrup takes the snap, or takes the handoff. Nice pickup for Corbin. About 6 yards.
And Perello comes out.
So is that, I can't see the number. I'm going to guess it's Mason Moore. Handing off to Corbin Hundrup. Corbin, he doesn't quite get the line to gain. So 4th down and 2.
It is
That's going to be
Moore.
Mason Moore, the sophomore.
Matthew
Prelos.
Rucker is also in on the offensive line as well.
Is he the center now?
Yes.
Okay. Good snap. Mason looking to throw. Dumps it off to Corbin Hundrup. He tries and fails to get the line. I thought he might have had a little bit of an opportunity there, but the pursuit from the defense was too good.
It almost looked like a screen pass that just didn't take shape.
So turnover on downs. With 34.5 seconds left to play in the game,
Jesse Lane's back in.
I'm assuming they're just going to take a knee, but you never know.
Hey, Kevin,
Your-
can I get a picture real quick?
Your son playing safety now?
Yes.
Bellevue using
One of their 3 timeouts.
one of their 6 remaining timeouts.
So they are in victory formation. It looks like they're just going to take a knee here. And folks, sadly, that is going to conclude our game today. As much as I would have liked to see us keep going for another quarter, that will end it. Your final score is going to be Bellevue 53, Skyline 18. Thoughts, Kyle?
Again, we already spoke where Skyline was able to put up 18 points against a very strong Bellevue defense. And again, Bellevue comes away with a running game that was just too tough to handle for the defense, even though they played very well. So I'd like to give big shout out to the Skyline QB Club, who sponsors this live stream. I'd like to shout out to all the sponsors for making the live stream possible as well, and for everything they do to support Skyline football. Thanks to the stream team, our illustrious producer, Kevin Laux, Dylan Levitt on camera tonight, doing a very good job. Skylar Enns on the field cam. For Jim Holman, this is Kyle Enns. Anything you have to close out with us?
Yes. Next week is homecoming.
Yes.
So
yes.
if you're one of those fans who likes to stay home and just listen from the comfort of your couch, come to the game next week. Let's pack the stands and have a great game next week.
Good idea. We'll be taking on the Woodinville Falcons at home. And that'll do it for today. Thanks again for joining us, and we enjoy having you on the video with us today. So we'll sign off for now and see you next week.
Have a great weekend, everybody.